Hey, in today's English lesson, I'm going to show you a 5-day English study plan. Now, this plan is the easiest way to learn English and actually remember what you learn. So are you ready? Well then, I'm Teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, so what is the goal of this study plan? The goal is for you to learn and remember. Instead of just memorizing words, you will be able to use them in real life situations. This is something that many English learners struggle with. They memorize lots of things, but when it's time to speak, they're not able to remember the words they learned. Maybe you've experienced the same thing. Well, the good news is this plan will help you stop being frustrated. It will help you remember what you learned. So let me give you a sneak peek. Now, this is what the plan looks like. It's a 5-day English study plan. I've already filled mine out, and we're going to go through it together to understand how to learn and remember exactly what you learn. So let's get started with day number 1. Day number 1. Now, what you're going to do on day number 1, you want to focus on selecting a specific English topic. Now, on this day, you will focus on selecting a topic that is currently interesting to you. This is very important. It needs to be currently interesting to you, not to others, but specifically to you. Now, this will be the topic that you will base your studies on for the rest of the week. And once again, selecting an interesting topic is so important because it makes it easier for you to remember things. So what are the steps you need to follow on day number 1? Here is the first step. Write down 5 topics that you are currently interested in. Step number 2, and again, we're going to go over it in my plan. Rate each topic from most interesting to least interesting. And then step number 3, choose the one with the highest score. And finally, write down 5 reasons why this topic interests you so much. Now, let's take a look at my plan again. English study plan, 5 days. We're on day number 1. This is my plan. I actually filled it out. Now, remember, the first part was what? You need to write down 5 topics. Again, 5 topics. Let's go back a little bit. You need to write down 5 topics that you are currently interested in. So these are the 5 topics that I literally am currently interested in: travel, cooking, art, music, and tech or technology. These are my top 5 topics. But again, remember, step 2, we need to rate each topic. And remember, 5 being the most interesting and 1 being the least interesting. So I came back in my plan and I started to rate each topic. You'll see travel's number 5, the most interesting. Then 4 for cooking, 3 for art, 1 for music, and 2 for tech. Now, I've already rated them, so what's the next step on day 1? I need to choose the one with the highest score. Well, that actually happens to be travel. Now I have to take this topic and do the last step. I need to write down 5 reasons why I am interested in this topic. So look at my reasons right here. I wrote them again inside of my 5-day English study plan. Now again, you can get yours as well. This plan, you can get it. The link is right in the description, or go to studywithtiffani.com. Again, www.studywithtiffani.com, and you can get your copy as well. So here are my reasons. Reason number 1. I enjoy experiencing new cultures. It helps me appreciate the beauty of God's creation. Reason number 2, I can learn more experiencing something unfamiliar. Reason number 2, change my perspective. Reason number 4, self-reflection, looking inside to see what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And reason number 5, building relationships. So once again, inside of my English study plan, I followed all of the steps. I figured out the topics that interest me. I found the one that was the most interesting and I wrote down my reasons. So you can do the exact same thing on day number 1. So what about day number 2? On day number 2, you're going to have a different focus. What you're going to do is learn and use topic-based vocabulary words and expressions. Again, remember, the focus is for you to be able to learn and remember what you learn. So again, we're going to have topic-based vocabulary and expressions. On this day, you will learn 5 new English vocabulary words and or expressions directly related to the English topic. Now, you can find these words, these topic-specific words and expressions by searching for them on Google. It's very simple. So let's check out the steps and then I'll show you what my plan actually looks like on day 2. So, step number 1, search for the 5 words or expressions. Step number 2, write down the definition of each word or expression. And finally, step number 3 on day 2, write a personal experience related to each word or expression. Remember, I said you're learning and you're going to remember what you learn. When you connect what you're learning to your life, your experiences, you'll be able to remember those things a lot faster. So let's check out my plan and see what it looks like. So we're going to go down to day number 2. Now remember, day number 2, we first need to have 5 words or expressions. So my first word is wanderer or nomad. I found the word. I have all the expressions right here up top. You see these right here? Let me do that one more time for you. These are my words and expressions. Now I'm writing the definitions right here. A person who travels aimlessly. Road trip, a journey made by car, bus, etc. Again, I have my words and my expressions related to the topic. Again, the topic I chose was what? Travel. On day 1, remember, I selected travel. That's the topic that's most interesting to me right now. And that's actually very true. So the next thing again, a personal experience related to each word or expression. So wanderer or nomad. I said right here for wanderer or nomad, one of my friends is a digital nomad. Now, really quickly, let me tell you about my friend. So a digital nomad is someone that travels a lot, goes around the world, and he or she will work remotely, not in one specific place. One of my good friends, she travels all around the world. Even during the pandemic, she went to Haiti, she went to Dominican Republic, so many different countries, and she was able to work while she was there. She was a digital nomad. Makes sense, right? Maybe you know someone that's a digital nomad as well. So this is something that I want you to really understand. So let's go right back here and let's go to the next one. The next one is road trip. Now, a road trip, one that I remember, and a personal experience. Miss Debbie. Now, Miss Debbie is someone that is very important to me. I was very close to her when I was growing up. And I remember her telling me all about this road trip she took with her husband and her grandson. They went to the Grand Canyon and they said it was amazing. They saw all of these national parks during their road trip. So after hearing that, I wanted to go on a road trip. You see what I did, right? I thought of a personal experience connected to this expression, road trip. Now, I did the same for once in a while, hotspot, and motive or intention. For motive or intention, I said the Telegram group. Now, for those of you that don't know, I actually have my own academy. You can come, you can enroll, go to letsjumprightin.com. Again, www.letsjumprightin.com, or you can hit the link right in the description. But I have students, and in the group, these students, they enrolled, and I'm going to show you. We have a private Telegram group. Literally, students from all over the world, and I'll show you. They message each other. Can you see it? They message each other. They post videos, and they talk all the time. Well, the main reason I created this group was to help students learn English and practice. Well, that's my personal experience connected to motive or intention. What does that word mean? A reason for doing something. So now, again, if I, like you as an English learner, if I was trying to remember these words and expressions, now I'd have all of these personal experiences that would help me remember them a lot easier. You see why I say this plan is going to help you learn and remember what you learn. All right, are you ready for day number 3? Let's keep it moving. Here we go. Now, on day number 3, it's going to be very interesting. You see, on day number 3, what you need to do is organize your thoughts and ideas about various topic-specific questions. Now, normally as an English learner, you learn a lot, you memorize a lot, but when it comes to having conversations, that's when you experience the nervousness or the frustration. Well, with this 5-day English study plan, you will release all of those nerves because you'll practice how to answer topic-specific questions. So, on this day, you will organize your thoughts and discuss 3 questions that are connected to the English topic. Now, you can find the topic-specific questions by searching for them on Google. Questions about ... And all you have to do is enter your topic. So let's check out the steps for day number 3. Step number 1, search for the 3 questions. Again, you can go to Google. It's very simple. Again, in the search bar, just type out English questions about and then enter your topic. It's very simple. All right, now step number 2, organize your thoughts about each question. This is where the magic happens. And step number 3, write your answer based on your notes. So let's take a look at my plan and see how I did this. All right, so we're going down to day number 3 in my plan. Again, you can get yours, hit the link in the description. So we're going down. First, I had to select 3 questions. What are my 3 questions? Here are my 3 questions. Who would you like to travel with? First question. Second question I found. What do you like to do when you travel? And the third question. When was the last time you went somewhere for vacation? Now remember, on day number 3, your focus is on organizing your thoughts. So let's keep going down. The next part is organizing your thoughts. So I've organized my thoughts for all 3 questions. Again, I filled out the plan to show you how to fill yours out. Let's take a look at question number 1. Question number 1, again, who would you like to travel with? Well, the simple answer, the very simple and quick answer. Now, this is something that happens to many English learners, and it's probably happened to you. You understand the question and you give your answer, but it's a short answer. Your goal is to speak English fluently like a native English speaker. And in order to do that, you must organize your thoughts. So here's how I organize my thoughts. The simple answer, my husband. But now I need to speak for a longer period of time. So I'm going to give 3 reasons why I'd like to travel with my husband. First, we will create lifelong memories. Good reason. Second, we will strengthen our relationship. And third, we can show our kids the pictures in the future. So I've organized my thoughts. Tiff, why do you actually want to travel with your husband? And I've given my 3 reasons, right? So now, look at my answer. My full answer includes all 3 reasons. I'm going to read it to you very quickly. Here we go. I would like to travel with my husband. I'm actually looking at my plan. I'd like to travel with my husband. You see it right here? There are 3 main reasons why I would like to travel with him. First, we will create lifelong memories. Second, we will strengthen our relationship. Finally, we can show our kids the pictures in the future. Now that is a fluent English response, and it only happened because on day number 3, I organized my thoughts to answer a question related to the topic I selected on day 1, which was travel. Exactly. So you do the same thing for question number 2 and also for question number 3. So you're seeing already how powerful this simple 5-day English plan is. So what happens on day number 4? Day number 4 is also a very important day. On day number 4, what you're going to be doing is finding an English video about the topic. Now, on this day, you will find a video that is related to the topic. And I love including this step in the plans that I create for students like you, because there are moments when you need to just relax. You don't have to be stressed as you study English. So on this day, you can sit back and enjoy. Find a video related to the topic. Now, this is important. You can find the topic specific video by searching for it on YouTube. I mean, honestly, you're already here. Just go to that YouTube search bar and find a video related to the topic you selected. This is very important. So what are the exact steps for day number 4? Select a YouTube video and watch the video. Step 2, write down the details. Now, I do want to emphasize, you're not searching for an English lesson. You're literally searching for a video by a native English speaker about the topic. You want to enjoy the video. It's not about learning English from the video. You're actually enjoying the person speaking about the topic. All right? Now, step number 3, take notes as you watch the video. Just about anything interesting you learn about the topic. Notice I said anything interesting you learn about the topic as you watch the video. So let me show you what I did for mine. On day 4, inside of my notebook. Here we go. Inside of my 5-day English study plan, we're going to go down to day number 4. Here's day 4. So I selected a video. The video was called 35-Hour Overnight Train. It was a very interesting video. It actually is on the channel of, right here, Kara and Nate. And I also wrote down the date that it was uploaded and published. Why is this so important? You want to make sure you can go back when you review something and see what you learned and where you found that video or that piece of information. Now, as I watched the video, I took notes. Look at the notes I took. Here are my notes. Their private room could sleep 4 people. I thought that was interesting. On an Amtrak train, they had access to a bathroom. They could walk around the train. They were able to sleep next to each other. And there was a turn down service where they came in and made their beds for them. So this is all happening on day 4. This is actually an enjoyable process. Day 4 is all about putting new information in about the topic, but mainly enjoying the process. So day 4, we're good. Up until this point, you've learned a lot about the topic and you're able to remember what you learned. Now, what about day number 5? Day number 5 is also very important. You see, on day number 5, you are going to write about the video you watched on day 4 using what you learned. You see, on this day, you will write about the video you watched using the words or expressions that you learned. Remember day 1 and day 2. Now, your goal is not to make extremely long sentences. Instead, your goal is to use the words or expressions to describe the video. Your main goal is really to put into practice and into use the things that you learned. Remember, learning and remembering what you learned. So let's take a look at the simple steps for day number 5. Step 1, write a sentence about the video using the first word or expression. Remember the first word or expression you learned towards the beginning of our plan. Step number 2, write a sentence about the video using the second word or expression. You see there's a pattern. You're going to write 5 sentences and each sentence is going to have one of the words or the expressions. So let me show you what mine looks like. Again, we're in my English study plan. I'm going to go to day number 5. I have the same rules that you have, right? So here are my words and my expressions. Remember, wanderer or nomad, road trip, once in a while, hotspot, motive or intention. Now look at my sentences. Again, my sentences have to describe the video I watched on day 4. First sentence, they decided, the couple from the video, to live like nomads for 35 hours. Now, what's the word? Nomad. But I described the video. Remember, 35 hours on a train. So I described the video using the word. Now look at the second one. Kara and Nate decided to take the train instead of doing a road trip. So you see what's happening, right? You're constantly building upon what you learned the previous day, what you studied the previous day, but you're staying with the same topic. This is exactly how you learn and remember what you learned. Remember the goal, again, of this study plan, for you to learn and remember what you learn. Now, I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Remember, you can get your copy of this English study plan. I'm going to go to the top, 5-day English study plan, this right here. All you have to do is hit the link in the description or go to www.studywithtiffani.com. Get your copy right now. Start studying better. Start learning and remembering exactly what you learned. All right, I'll talk to you next time, but as always, remember to speak English. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. All right. So for today's story time, I actually have a story about a trip I took with my parents. And we actually took the Amtrak train. Remember from earlier, we talked about Amtrak, right? So my parents and I decided to take a trip down to Huntsville, Alabama. Now, I actually went to college in Huntsville, Alabama. And years later, this was years later, we decided to go down to Huntsville, Alabama for alumni weekend. It's when everyone comes together that attended the school and just reunites. So my parents and I, instead of driving or taking an airplane, decided, hey, let's take the train. We said, okay. They said, yeah, we've taken the train before and it's pretty smooth. It's a good ride. So we said, all right. So we get on the train and it was going to be about, maybe a 36 or a 38 hour journey. But again, we were all okay with it. We said, hey, this will be great. Good family time. We're going to meet my sister and brother-in-law down there with the kids. So we get on the train. And, we have our setup and my parents are sitting next to each other and I'm right across the aisle from them and I have my setup. So we had great meals. We had time to kind of work and read and talk. And the time came for a nap. Now, remember, the train was constantly moving, right? But it was fairly smooth. But let me explain how smooth the train was. So I ate my meal. It was delicious. And I basically had a food coma, which means I was very tired after eating my meal. So I said to my parents, hey, I'm going to take a nap. I'll talk to you guys when I wake up. And I proceeded to get comfortable. I, sat back in my chair. I found the perfect position for my pillow and I leaned my head back and I closed my eyes. Now, that's all I remember from going to sleep. And then I woke up. But when I woke up, I felt like someone was watching me. And I looked over and my parents were both staring at me. And they said, Tiff, are you okay? I said, yeah, I feel good. I slept great. They said, Tiff, you were asleep for about 3 hours and you never moved. I said, what do you mean? They said, your arms didn't move. Your head didn't move. You stayed in the same position for 3 hours. I said, well, I guess this train must be real comfortable. And we just laughed, but I never forgot that because the look on their faces, they were in shock. For 3 hours straight, I did not move at all. So basically, if you ever want to take a trip while you're in America, Amtrak is a good option. All right, guys, maybe you have something to say about traveling as well. Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget, if you want to get your copy of the 5-day English study plan we went over, hit the link in the description, get your copy, and start studying today. Learn and remember what you learn, and I'll talk to you next time.